Howdy YouTube, TJ here, and welcome to another Members First deck profile. Today I'm bringing you guys a Zephagamon profile. This one was requested by the community. We had a few different people asking for this, and we figured it would be good to get some EX-07 stuff on the channel. You're getting lazy vibe TJs today, by the way. Very, very lazy, cozy, chill vibe. I've been editing all day for a bunch of stuff, and it should be good. But with all that being said, let's get to sort of a few of the logistic things before we go ahead and jump into the video. For people that aren't seeing this on Monday, for people that aren't, whoop, I just punched the mic super hard. For people that aren't seeing this on Monday, if you're not a member, that means you're seeing this on a Wednesday. And that's cool, that's fine. I appreciate you guys for checking out this video. If you are watching this video right now then, if you haven't subscribed, maybe think about doing it. It'd be pretty cool to have you join the crew and join the community. We have a bunch of people and we've been growing rapidly. It's been awesome. It's been really, really cool. If you've already subscribed to the channel and you feel like dropping a like for this video, be it now or maybe at the end of the video, if you do enjoy it, that'd be awesome. If not, no worries. And at that point, if you've subscribed and liked the video, maybe think about becoming a member. It's pretty cool. We have lots of benefits that we're rolling out to you guys. Lots of different things for everyone to jump in on and have a good time with. We have deck workshops that we're going to be doing and a few other things that are going to be releasing this month that I'm going to go ahead and announce probably later on this week, maybe next week. We'll see. I'm not too sure just yet. Things have been kind of crazy, so I don't want to throw too much onto anyone's plates before we're good for the next step. But yeah, so that'll about do it. Let's go ahead and jump into the deck profile here. Zephagamon. So this is the brand new Digimon. It is the mega form of Terramon, who is the partner of Shoto Kazuma from the Digimon Liberator webcomic. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I've been enjoying the comic so far. Shoto's a cool character. I like Terramon. I like all the new Digimon in general. And it's also just another good chance for older Digimon that don't get so much light spread on them to get a bit more attention, which is always fun. It's always good. So let's go ahead. Let's go through. Level 2s. We run 3 Fluffymon from EX-07, who is just your turn once per turn. When this Digimon deletes your opponent's Digimon in battle, gain a memory. Pretty simple. And then we run 2 ST-18 Fluffymon, who has 1 attacking once per turn. You may suspend 1 other Digimon with as much or less DP as this Digimon. Both eggs are pretty good. I'm not too sure which one's the better one yet. I think I like the memory gain more from deleting in battle because you already suspend more than enough things, but there are some niche interactions with the ST Fluffymon that helps a lot, especially with the memory setter Shoto, the ST Shoto. So that's that there. Moving on to the rookies, we run full Terramon lineup. So something, just a little disclaimer with this deck before I continue. I've mostly just been playtesting this against some of my other decks, playing test hands and such. I did talk to some other people that were building Zephaga, and I looked at other lists online, and this is what I landed on. I figure this is a good starter list, a good beginner list for anyone to really jump into and have fun with, and at least kind of figure out where they want to go from there. And that's kind of the idea with this. This isn't supposed to be a tier 1, next level list. This is just supposed to be what I think is fun, what I've found myself having fun with so far, and hopefully a decent place for you guys to start with. So back to the level 3s though. Terramon. We run 4 copies of EX-07 Taro, who is your turn when this Digimon would digivolve into a Digimon card with the avian or bird and any of its traits. Reduce the dissolution cost by 1. That's always good. We love reducing evil costs. And inheritable of all turns once per turn. When this Digimon deletes your opponent's Digimon in battle, gain 1 memory. Always good. We love memory gain too. He is going to help you go up your line faster and help you keep turn with aggression and everything. We run 4 of the promo Taro, who is on play, suspend 1 of your opponent's Digimon, and then your turn, the inheritable is your turn. This Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP. Good inheritable, good on play. It works well with what the deck wants to do. There's means of cheating it out for free using your Grand Galemons. And it's just a nice card. It's also just a good promo. Like, it'll be good in other decks as well. I'm planning on using it in Tyranno in the future, but that's, for a future video. And then finally, rounding up level 3s, we have 4 copies of ST-18 Terramon, who is just on play. Reveal top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with avian or bird and any of its traits. And 1 card with the Vortex Warrior or Liberator trait among them to your hand. place the rest at the bottom. So just general searcher. This the new standard for searchers, which is top 3, grab 2. And then has inheritable of your turn. This Digimon gets plus 2000 DP. We like DP. We do a lot of battle. We want to make sure that we are climbing and making sure that we can, you know, swing over things to gain memory, get through all of our effects and whatnot. And we have piercing access as well, so we'll still be able to do damage. That's going to be it for level 3s. Moving on to level 4s. We run 2 copies of the BT-14 Togemon, who's just your turn once per turn. When you would play a green Tamer card from your hand by suspending one of your green Digimon, reduce play cost by 3. This just lets you get your Tamers out even cheaper and, or, you know, for free entirely. Good card. Inheritable is just if you have a green Tamer, you can reduce Evo cost by 1, so it just helps you go into your level 6s a lot more effectively. And it's just, you know, we run a fair amount of Tamers in this deck, so it's good to have the ability to spit out lots of them. And we get benefits from having our stuff be suspended as well, so that's good. Moving on from that, we run the rest of the level 4s are all Galemon. We run 4 copies of the EX-07 Galemon, who's 1 Digivolving. If you have 1 or fewer Tamers, you may play 1 Shoto Kazuma from your hand without paying the cost. And inheritable of all turns once per turn. When this Digimon, delete your opponent's Digimon in battle, gain 1 memory. So more of that memory gain inheritable, which is nice. And the new standard for the in archetype level 4 is letting you play out, you know, now you can play out to 2 Tamers, basically. It's just power creep. That's all it is, really. But, you know, good card. Good card. And then we have 4 copies of ST-18 Galemon. He's an SR, which is really cool. Has a security effect of you may play 1 card with the Liberator trait and a play cost of 4 or less from your hand or trash without paying the cost. From hand or trash is always good, especially when it's used from trash. It means you can recycle those pieces that might have gotten trashed, or if people delete your Tamers, such like that. And you can play out your Shotos off of this, play out Taros, can play out the other Galemon as well. It's good. It's just good. And then also has VORTEX, the new keyword that says at the end of your turn, this Digimon may attack an opponent's Digimon with this effect. It can attack the turn it was played. So it's rush and attack. It's good. It's rush blitz, but, you know, specifically against the Digimon. But we have inheritables to help with that, right? And then its own inheritable is your turn plus 2 KDP. So just more DP climb. Always good. Always good to have. Moving on from the 4s, we'll move on to level 5s. So we'll start with Grand Galemon, the in archetype, the new level 5, or I guess the new ultimate level Digimon, Terramon's level 5 in archetype. First one is EX-07 Grand Gale, who has VORTEX, so same keyword there. And when Digivolving, you may suspend 1 Digimon. If this effect suspended your Digimon, this Digimon isn't affected by the effects of your opponent's Digimon until the end of their turn. That's fantastic. We love protections. We love protections. You know, it's just good. And then has the inheritable of your turn once per turn. When this Digimon attacks your opponent's Digimon, this Digimon may unsuspend. So it's optional too, which is cool. Moving on from that, we run 3 copies of the ST-18 Grand Galemon, who has on play 1 Digivolving, suspend 1 Digimon. If this effect suspended your Digimon, you may play 1 Digimon card with Avian or Bird in any of its traits and 3,000 DP or less from your hand without paying the cost. Good effect. We love being able to wide board. Spitting out bodies for free is always good. Nets us more board advantage. Can net more aggression with VORTEX as well. It's nice. And then has the inheritable of your turn once per turn. When this Digimon attacks your opponent's Digimon, unmanned suspend. Same thing as the EX-07 Grand Gale. Works really well. There's a lot of neat antics you can get up to with your Zephagamons. Either or can do it. Namely, the EX-07 one is at least the interaction that I've found more comfortable for me to use with the EX-07 Shoto as well. But it's cool. It's cool. It's good. And then rounding at level 5s, we run 2 copies of the ST-17 Rapidmon. This is from the Terriermon structure deck, who has on play when Digivolving, Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. Then if you have a green Tamer until the end of your opponent's turn, your opponent's effects can't delete this Digimon or return it to the hand or deck. So just more protections. Access to Digivolve in the deck is always nice. And on top of that too, even if we're evoing for 4, it's fine. We're running trainings and we have means of gaining plenty of memory. And this is also just a decent hard slam too, with aces being so prevalent in the game. If someone does an ace play against you and you have this in hand, follow-up turn, you can just hard drop this. If they don't have protections, Digivolve it, gain 3, 4, 5 memory even, and it can become anywhere from a 4-drop to a 2-drop, right? A level 5, which is insane. And then you can potentially Evo over it in VORTEX, which is awesome. Then, moving on from the 5s and onto the 6s, we have the big boss man himself, the new level 6 Digimon, Zephagamon, from the the Digimon Liberator webcomic, like I said before. We'll start with the EX-07 one first. Yeah, Security Attack +1 and Vortex, which is awesome. And then has 1 Digivolving when attacking, not once per turn, keep in mind. Suspend 1 Digimon. If this effect suspended your Digimon, return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon to the bottom of deck. And then traded also is treated as having Bird Dragon type. That's important for searching it as well. But it also has Liberator and traits too, so it's easy enough for Terramon to search. You can grab this as either card pretty much for the ST Tarot. But anyways, so fantastic card. Keep in mind you have to suspend something. It's not optional. So if you're the only Digimon on board, you have to suspend yourself. Now, mind you, you can choose a Digimon that is suspended and try to suspend it. It just won't work because you can basically just target it and you do as much as you can in Digimon, right? So you can target that card. The effect won't resolve well, it'll resolve, but just won't do anything, and then you're fine. So, just keep in mind you don't have to suspend yourself if there's other Digimon on board. You just have to suspend something. You get it. You get what I'm saying. And then moving on from that, we run 4 copies of the ST18 Zephagamon. And to go back to the EX1 Zephaga, the only reason I'm running 1 is because I only have 1. I just opened the set this weekend. Once I get more, this list will probably change. I'll probably go to a more of a 3-2 ratio, or 3 EX7 to ST. A lot of this list was actually inspired by my friend Sunny, who did the Gallant profile with just the other day. And I just loved a lot of his tech choices, and I took some of that, some of the stuff that I saw online, some of the stuff that I just wanted to do, and I ran from there with it. But anyways, just because I know that's, in case you guys see Sunny's list at some point, Sunny's list is very similar to this, so I just wanted to put that out there for anyone in the Discord as well too. So anyways, back to the ST Zephaga. He has Vortex as well, which is good. 1 Digivolving, suspend 1 Digimon, then unsuspend 1 Digimon. So you had to suspend something and unsuspend something. And then all turns, once per turn, when any Digimon unsuspend. Any Digimon, all turns, keep in mind. For the turn, this Digimon isn't affected by the effects of your opponent's Digimon and gets plus 3,000 DP. So it's like a nerfed version of Magna X in a way almost, in terms of, you're getting the plus 3k and protections. Obviously it's only a Digimon protections, not option protections, so you're still susceptible to that, as well as Tamers. But it's still good. It's still another form of protections that you can have, which is very, very helpful. And on top of that too, the plus to DP is good because he is only 11,000 DP base. And on top of that though, with the plus 3k and the plus 2k inheritables we can very easily climb up to 18k and be a big guy, doing big things, going places. And rounding out our level 6 lineup, I run 2 Mega Gargomon Ace. It's just a good green level 6 Ace. No reason not to run it. You have means of reducing your Digivolution costs, so it's never going to be that bad to Evo into. And people know what it does by now. It's, when Digivolving, suspend 2 of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers, then 2 of the Digimon or Tamers can't unsuspend or Digivolve until the end of their turn, and then when Digivolving and end of attack, once per turn, you may unsuspend this Digimon. Fair aggression, good stuff. And a lot of the inheritables aren't restricted to specifically being like Vortex Warrior or Bird Dragon and traits, right? So like Rapidmon's inheritable that I forgot to talk about earlier, but the all turns once per turn when this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle, trash top card of the security stack. That works well with Zephaga because you're battling a lot of times with piercing, so you'll be able to trash security and chip for damage. And the Mega Gargoyles will also be able to benefit from the DP boosts, will be able to benefit from deleting Digimon in battle, etc. It's always good. That runs out our Digimon lineup though. Moving on to options, we run 4 agility trainings. Enough said. Top 2, grab 1, reduce evo cost by 2. It's an effect you're evoing off of, so just be careful of Imperial Digimon Dragon modes, the usual. And then we're running 1 copy of Vortex Resonance. So I'm running 1 because I have one. That's the main reason. I want to try it. It's a 3-color option, right? But while you have a Digimon or Tamer with the Liberator trait, you may ignore this card's color requirements, so we have plenty of that in this deck. And main, reveal top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with the Liberator trait among them to the hand, return the rest to the bottom of deck, then one of your Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card in the hand with the cost reduced by 4. So keep in mind, you can use this to Evo into Mega Gargomon Ace. The only card you can grab off of the reveal has to be Liberator and traits, but whatever you Evo into can be anything, it doesn't care, right? So very, very good card. We'll see how well it does. At least I think on paper it's very good. but I know it didn't really see too much use, and I think it still isn't, unless like we get some Liberator deck that's just insane. I don't know what this option is going to do too much in the future, but it's also an EX option, and as we've learned with those, they tend to price hike pretty quick. Moving on from that though to Tamers, we run 2 BT1 Mimi Tachikawa. Just a fantastic green tamer. It's very easy for us to get 5s on the board, and we always want to be pushing aggression. Being able to cycle our eggs and our rookies faster, having 2 of them is very good because that means you can hatch and push up at the same turn. As long as you're that level 5 green Digimon on board, it's very good. It's very, very good. Moving on from that, we have our Shoto Kazumas. This is the new tamer. He's the main character of the Digimon Liberator webcomic. We run 4 copies of EX-07, who's just start of your main phase. If your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1 memory. Pretty standard. And then end of your turn, by suspending this tamer, one of your Digimon gains piercing and blocker until the end of your opponent's turn. If it has the Vortex Warriors trait, it unsuspends, which is cool. That's just good. It means that you can do some cool interactions where you can Evo Zephaga, suspend something, swing with Zephaga, suspend something, potentially suspend. You can target yourself, but you already be suspended, so it doesn't matter. Go ahead and use your Grand Gale Inheritable to unsuspend. You could hit for 2 damage or whatever, have your opponent's board be like partially suspended or suspend one of their Digimon off of this stuff. And then since you're unsuspended, you could pass turn, end of turn, use Shoto effect to go ahead and suspend him, give piercing blocker, unsuspend your Zephaga if you did chip like 2 damage, or or if, I guess if you control the body and then basically if you hit a body unsuspended, swung into the other body, or just swung for damage at that point if they had 2 suspended bodies on board, pass turn, Shoto, suspend, piercing blocker, unsuspend, swing, pierce through whatever other body's still suspended, do more checks. If it's EX-07 Zephaga, so that's like you can get 4 checks off in that turn. You can probably do it better than that. I'm sure someone will tell me a better combo below. This is just what I've been learning rather quickly. But that's it there. And then to finish up the list, we run 2 copies of the ST18 Shoto Kazuma. He's just a memory setter. He's not insane. He's a good card. The reason I'm running 2 is because I want to be able to get a memory setter on the board more assuredly. And we have means of spitting out Shoto for entirely free and not having to suspend anything just off of the EX-07 Grand Gale, or Galemon rather. Sorry. So that's why I'm running 2. This might cut down and I might put in some other options. I don't have any security bombs in here, which is a little bit spooky, but I figure we can DP climb pretty high and we have blocker, so we can get around a decent amount of stuff, and we have protections as well. So we might be able to play that dance with things like Tyrant, things like Magna. In certain instances, obviously Tyrant can climb very, very high, but you get the picture. I'm just testing it out to see how it goes. We'll see what happens from there. Obviously, this list is first run. It's the weekend that it's released, right? So there's going to be lots of changes that I'm sure I'll make as the meta around my area develops and as the meta develops in general, because our metas are very different from JP in the fact that we don't have scramble cards, which is very, very different than what they had. But yeah, that's it. That's going to round out the deck here. I've actually been enjoying it a good bit from what I've practiced with it so far, which is I told myself I wasn't going to play either of these decks, and then I'm just like, you know what, the little content hamster in my mind's like, I need to get stuff on the channel. So I'm like, I need to play these other decks, because I used to be someone who played everything, and then I tried to narrow my view in like a few things, and then now I'm broadening my horizons again, I guess. So it is what it is. But this is really cool. It's a really fun list. It's a very fun deck. Zephagamon's really, really cool. I know a lot of people are really enjoying it, so I'm happy that people are finding a Digimon that they really, really enjoy. I hope people really enjoy Shumon and its whole line as well. It's just good to have people happy in the community, nothing wrong with a bit of joy in the world. And as for good matchups, bad matchups, good matchups, I mean, you have pretty consistent access to decent protections as well as DP climbing. If you're playing against somebody who likes to leave a lot of things on the board, as long as they're not running any crazy insane aces, or if you can get your protections up and not worry about the aces, you're in a pretty good spot most of the time. As for bad matchups, I would say anything that can DP climb better than you and have protections better than you. Those are going to be tough. Aside from that, the deck has so far felt pretty decently quick, but it definitely plays the game very fair. So, you know, that which, as you know, that's just RB's best line, right? Is if the deck plays the game too fair, it's probably not going to be a tier 1 deck. So it'll be really cool to see where this goes. I'm sure we'll get more support for it with future sets, with Liberators being still so new and early on, you know, at least I think it is, as far as I'm aware. If they wrap it up anytime soon, that'll be crazy to me. But, you know we have EX-08 coming with more support for Liberator cards. I'm sure we'll probably get some stuff for Zephaga. I don't know if it's been confirmed or not, but we'll find out. I feel like I heard something about a Grand Galemon Ace, but maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm capping on that. But that'll do it for today's video. That's going to be about it here. If you watched this far, please like the video. If you're watched this far and you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe as well. I know almost like 58% of you guys aren't subbed, and you're watching this stuff. Just sub. Just do it. We love you. You like to come back and hang out and watch the videos. Might as well, right? And if you have some spare dosh and you're wanting to get a bit more personable with the community and get some of those member benefits, think about becoming a member. You'll get early access to these deck profiles like this 2 days early. You'll have access to our new sort of deck workshop thing that we're working on, that we'll have an official announcement in the Discord soon. I know it's kind of just been talked about in videos between myself and Arby, but we've all talked about it on the back end. We have the general plan for it. It's just a matter of getting the actual kind of structured sentence out to you guys to explain it a bit better. And we have other big plans coming up as well. A lot of stuff that is going to be really, really cool. So yeah, that's going to be about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. You guys have a wonderful week, and catch you on that flippy flip. Bye-bye.